This woman says she's 31 years old and never had a boyfriend. Two questions. Why and do you believe it? Let's talk about it. Welcome back or welcome to Uncle ABL. And in today's video, we're talking about a 31-year-old woman who says she's never had a boyfriend in her life. Now, there's a lot I want to get into before we roll that clip. But first things first, I think this is 100% her decision to not have a boyfriend. She didn't appear to be unattractive. She looked okay. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. But I think what's happening right now is that standards and requirements and whatnot are so high for a boyfriend specifically that women are just not having them. They're getting certain needs met without having a boyfriend. I think that's what's going on. All right. The guy that they really want, the guy of their dreams, isn't really popping up in front of their face. So they have other little needs met with a variety of men rather than having one boyfriend. Now, we're going to get into a few clips here. The first one is from a Pop the Balloon show. Shout out to Arlette Amuli. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. I think hers is the original Pop the Balloon show. This just shows how picky some women can be. Now look at this guy right here. Tall, dark skin, looked pretty masculine in the gym. As soon as he came out, two of the balloons got popped immediately. And the question is, why would you pop the balloon for this guy? He appears to be what they say they want. Tall, dark skin, in shape. So what's the problem? Maybe he didn't come out there and say he makes $100 million a year or something crazy. I don't know. But let's hear from one young lady. Then we're going to keep on going until we get to the main clip. Check it out.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Lex, I'm 23.
Okay, and Lex, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Because he's not my type, like just physically, he's not my type.
So when you see this guy, look at this guy. Look, like tall, dark, handsome, in shape.
Okay, so physically, what is your
dressed well,
usual type?
And then somebody else popped the balloon as well.
I wasn't expecting that. More, I don't know. I don't know. I can't even tell you.
She's lying because earlier in this clip, she said that another guy was her type. Let me see if I can find this guy right here. She said that this guy was her type because he is light-skinned.
I'm Lex and I'm 23.
And Lex, what do you do?
I'm an insurance broker and I host Christian parties.
Oh, very
Amen.
nice. And now, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Because he seemed like he had his stuff together. Literally, that's it. And he light-skinned.
There you go. Sometimes you're just not somebody's type and you're not really going to be able to get in there. It is what it is. Tall, dark, handsome, sometimes it's not what they want. Now, let's keep on going here. Some people say, you know what? I'm not really into the relationships. It is what it is. Let's hear from this young lady right here.
I'm here to tell you, do not get into relationships. It is the epitome of a disaster. Yeah, save yourself the heartbreak. Don't even bother. Just be single and have fun. Live your life. Because you know what you gonna do by yourself is be happy. So
that could be what's going on. Maybe she's just living her life. She has certain guys that fulfill certain needs, quote unquote, but she remains single. That could be what's happening. Now, let's hear from this young lady right here talking about it's not a diss to tell women that's why you're single. All right, let's get to this view right here. There we go.
Listen, telling women nowadays that's why you single doesn't quite hit the way it used to hit, and that's because we're choosing to stay single. Okay? A lot of us rather go to work and go work for somebody than to be laid up starting a family with a no good man.
Okay, so here we go again. Just not really into the men.
Okay, because at the end of the day, men are just not menning the way they used to. I know y'all tired of me saying this, but a lot of y'all are sassier than a RuPaul Drag Race show, okay?
You know, the funny part about that, they'll say men are sassy, but then some of their best friends will be these sassy guys. So you're surrounding yourself with these guys, but then when the guys who approach you are just like the guys you surround yourself with, then you complaining. It's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be around these guys if you're not really big fans of them on a romantic level. But that's just me. I mean, what am I saying? I'm just making too much sense sometimes for people.
Y'all get manicures, pedicures. Y'all doing everything but hunting and going to hell to work and changing some tires. Okay?
But I remember I was told at one point in the past, maybe even recent years, to embrace your feminine side. And, you know, it's okay for men to get manicures and pedicures and clear coats and everything. And now guys are doing it and they say it's sassy. So you know what I say? Just do what you want to do as a man and do not listen to women. Do what you want to do. You can listen to them, but ultimately make your decision that you know is the best.
Okay, it's too much going on nowadays. I wish I would see my rough ass father in the seat or the phone with his boy telling the neighborhood gossip while he's getting his toes painted clear. Absolutely not.
We were told to do that, and that's why I just do my own thing. I don't really care what people say on the outside. Now, let's get to this clip right here from the very beginning. This young lady says she's 31 years old and never had a boyfriend. Now, we're going to get into this and do kind of a deep dive on her dating profile to see what the issue is, if any. Check it out.
I'm 31. I've never had a boyfriend. Let's take a look at my Hinge because y'all asked. So first picture, I just have like a natural lighting selfie of me. The most important card we have as girlies is our face card. So I feel like it's always best to show this first. I'll show you guys pictures first, then prompts. Second photo, we have a full body photo. I always think the second photo should be a full body photo. We show them face card, then we show them full body. Next photo, I did this one. I just thought it was like fun, cute for my birthday. And shockingly, this is like the photo that I feel like guys like the most. Okay, fourth, I'm bringing you back to another full body photo. I feel like this one says like, reminder, like I'm not skinny. Next, we have another kind of like selfie photo.
Hey, look, okay, so the elephant in the room, no pun intended. Obviously, she's plus size, much bigger than anything that I would normally, you know, be involved with. But hey, that's just my taste. Some of you guys may think that she's super hot and you love it. Hey, if you like it, I love it. Knock yourself out. And women who are built like this, a lot of times I'll see them in the streets with boyfriends, husbands, kids, and the whole 9 yards. Okay. And she doesn't appear to be unattractive. She's just way too big for me personally. But some of y'all like that. Me, no. But some of y'all are going to be like, how can I find her? Drop her in the description. I don't know the woman's name. All right. And don't go harassing her. Don't go being a creep on her Hinge profile. But I'm not really seeing what would prevent her from having a boyfriend, because some guys, a lot of guys are going to like that, especially since guys don't really have super high standards. But let me stop and let her continue.
Cowgirl hat. I don't know. I live in Nashville. Last, we have another full body photo, and I just try to put in as many as I can. Hope they get the idea, like I'm not skinny. So I'm gonna show you the prompt.
Oh, she lives in Nashville. Okay, that might be it. Yeah, you living in Nashville. This might not really be Nashville material. This might be Rutherford. This might be Murfreesboro material. Be totally honest with you. Nashville. Listen, Nashville. You're gonna see 350 blonde white women that weigh 125 pounds max each right there on Broadway. Every Friday, you're going to see that. It is what it is.
Prompts. And I really think prompts on dating apps should give like a little sneak peek into your personality. Saying hi in as many languages as I know. Hi. It's very sarcastic and definitely my sense of humor. So if you think that's funny, then perfect. Next is, what if I told you I'm a great bandwagon fan for your favorite sports team? And I love like doing everything for sports, drinking for them, tailgating them, watching them, having all the snacks. I'm really down to root for whoever as long as we're having a good time. Next, we have I Bet You Can't Ask Me on a Date. This one is a hit.
I'm going to tell you something else. If she is just looking for tall white guy, and good luck.
I actually get a lot of responses to this, so I recommend like throwing this one on your profile too. I do date very intentionally, so I'd be lying if I said I went on a date when they respond to this prompt, but that's also a story for a different day. Last prompt, if loving this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Dogs. Yeah, so that's like, once again, very sarcastic, very me, because who doesn't love dogs? And if you don't love dogs, then like, don't talk to me. So yeah, that is the full breakdown of my Hinge. That's what I'm using to try to get a man. I also pay for the Hinge Premium, which is like $14 a week. It's not going well. None of it's going well, but we're trying, okay? All right, love you guys.
My advice, first of all, you living in Nashville, it's just too much. It's just like living in Atlanta. I said it before. Nashville is Atlanta for white people. In Atlanta, there are so many black women, beautiful black women. If you're coming on there half stepping, out of shape, overweight, it's just too many options for us to pick from to get with somebody that's like that. Now, if you go back to your hometown, Ohio or wherever, or a smaller place, even in Tennessee, just not Davidson County. I mean, you're right in the middle of you're going to be around tall, blonde models all day, every day, and you're trying to compete against them. It's going to be a challenge. But you can find your man somewhere in these good old US of A, even in a place like Nashville, but you probably aiming real high as well. Do you want the regular normal guy in Davidson County, or do you want the, what is it, 6'5", blue eyes, finance? Like, what are you actually trying to get? That's my question. And you say you get a lot of responses and you're dating intentionally. So what does that really mean? Are you dating to be married? And then the guys you're trying to date, what kind of qualities are you looking for? Okay, again, this is not my type at all, but some of you guys are going to be all over her like white on rice. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everybody out there trying to find something on these internets with the high standards and everything. Some just say, you know what? I didn't give up. I'm not going to date at all, or at least a relationship, because one thing that they are not saying is, I'm just going to be celibate. I'm going to lock it down. I ain't going to be doing no fornicating. Or they're going to do that all day long. They're going to do that a lot. They just won't call it a relationship. They won't have an official boyfriend, but it might be a guy in the background that's been knocking that down for about 2 or 3 years. You never know how that whole thing goes. So I don't know. This is 2024. If you're married and you got kids and you just chilling, then keep on doing that. Keep on doing that, because you come out here to these streets, you're not ready for what you're going to face. And that's pretty much all I got. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.